Hello everyone and welcome back to the PNB show. So we've actually tried shooting this video now 3 times, so much so that Brennan's a little over it. We've had some audio difficulty and then we had some video difficulty. But anyways, what I wanted to address today, we're going to be doing a new series called the Fast Fact Friday. And we're going to be going over facts that have to do with real estate, the stock market, personal finance, whatever it may be. So getting into it, we had a comment on the first video, and it was actually a super cool comment, and we actually decided to make it into a whole video instead of just answering it on the YouTube comment section, because we wanted to explain it to everyone, just in case this might be a common question or a common misconception. So the question is, for anyone that is interested in obtaining wealth and learning the fundamentals of real estate and property management and wanting to get more acquainted or familiar with real estate, what are some brief ways in which people can begin to familiarize themselves with real estate, and what skills do successful real estate agents have that make them so successful? So addressing the first part of the question, for anyone that is interested in building wealth or gaining wealth, and whether it be real estate or the stock market or whatever business you guys are trying to achieve, you want to obviously start out with reading books, and you want to invest in yourself. If you have $100 right now, I would not say go put it into the stock market if you don't know what you're doing. I would most definitely say buy maybe 5 to 10 books and read all those, and that's going to give you a ton of knowledge that you obviously wouldn't have before on wealth, investing, real estate, the stock market, personal finance, obviously whatever it may come to. So, and 2 books that I highly recommend for this are Sell It Like Sirhan by Ryan Sirhan and Buy It, Rent It, Profit. And that one's a huge book because it actually talks about buying properties to rent them out and create cash flow, which, as I talked about in previous episodes, when you have more cash flow than you do liabilities, or if you have more assets than you do liabilities, then you're actually considered wealthy, because your bills are being paid by your assets. So whatever income you make, it's actually everything you just get to keep, and then you could dump that into more assets and more real estate and more stocks. So it just becomes this continuous cycle, if you guys could tell. Sell It Like Sirhan is actually about Ryan Sirhan. He's a real estate agent in New York, and he has one of the largest real estate groups in the entire U.S. And I think he's in the top 3 actually for how much he does in sales a year. He does over $1 billion in sales. Now it may be a little bit different this year because of the coronavirus, but I'm sure he'll probably still find a way to ramp it up and do even better, because that's just the type of person he is. And they're both amazing books, and I would highly recommend them, both for being a real estate agent, getting into real estate properties, and learning how to create cash flow. Another book I would also recommend is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. He goes over wealth in general throughout the whole entire book, and I actually just finished it, and it's one of the best books I've ever read, and it made everything so much more clear for me. You guys have no idea. I had something that I already knew how to do, and I wasn't doing it, and then I read this book and I was like, oh my goodness, why have I not been doing that the whole time? So I'm actually now, and he even talks about taking action. I'm going to be taking action starting today, and hopefully getting this property that I'm looking for within the next few weeks, so that way I can start making some more money. It'll actually become a cash flow property that I'll have someone renting out for me, which is just crazy. And so definitely check these 3 books out: Rich Dad Poor Dad, Sell It Like Sirhan, and Buy It, Rent It, Profit. All 3 will be down in the link below, or in the description below. So definitely make sure you guys check those out. Also, you guys can check out different YouTube channels, different podcasts. I love Graham Steph and I love Grant Cardone. Those are 2 huge people that have inspired me to become who I am today, why I want to do YouTube, why I want to do podcasts, and why I even want to help people out. So you could definitely check those 2 out. And or you could even just obviously subscribe to us and give us a thumbs up, and we'll be producing new content for you guys every single week. I know we just started out with the channel, but we have tons of knowledge that we're going to go over and teach you guys. So make sure you guys subscribe, and make sure you follow every single week with us, because we'll be posting videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So definitely tune in. YouTube, obviously, one of the best ways to get free content, and it could save you so much time and so much money. So books, YouTube, podcasts, those are the best ways. And obviously, if you guys aren't listening to us on podcasts, you could type in the PNB show on almost any platform now, and we will pop up. So definitely check that out. It'll also be in the description below. For anyone that wants to become an agent or even just a salesperson in general, what I would highly recommend starting out is I would try and find a mentor. whether it be a family friend, whether it be someone that you go into their open house like I did, not knowing them at all, and they end up becoming a mentor. But just make sure they have your best interest in mind. Make sure they're not asking for money or something in return. They're just actually genuinely interested in helping you out, and that's huge. So definitely try and find someone that's like that for you, because that could help you advance years and years into the future, and it wouldn't be something that you could normally do by yourself. I would also obviously definitely recommend just keep reading more books. The more books you could read, the better. And I know that almost sounds ridiculous. And 6 months ago, I hated reading books, and now I read books every single day, all the time. So definitely make sure you guys are reading and you're constantly learning, because that's the only way you're going to improve yourself. Also, any salesman is highly, highly enthusiastic. They have no problem talking to people. They have no problem running into people. I know that in the past, before I even was close to coming to getting my real estate license, I would actually just literally talk to anyone, anywhere, whether it be at Starbucks, whether it be at Best Buy, whether it be at a grocery store, whether it be at the gym, wherever it may be. I would talk to at least one person every place I went to. And because of this, I found 10 people that either wanted to buy or sell a home with me as soon as I got my real estate license, which is huge. And it didn't cost me any money. Well, maybe it cost me the cup of coffee that I bought, and I would sit down and then end up talking to someone. But I mean, if you consider a $3 coffee and it makes you a $15,000, $30,000 commission, it's definitely worth it, and it's a lot cheaper than paying for actual marketing. So definitely be open to trying to talk to more people. And it is going to be uncomfortable at first, but get comfortable being uncomfortable, and that's the best way you're going to succeed. And if you're obviously not creating new problems for yourself as you're going along this path of trying to build wealth, then you're probably not doing enough. So definitely, if you're running into new problems and it's stressing you out, you're like, well, I've never had to deal with this problem before. You're honestly on the right path, and just keep pushing forward, and you're going to figure it out. Obviously, and then also, real estate agents and salespeople in general, you have to find out where that prospect's life is changing. So you want to be able to know, hey, if they're moving to a new house because say someone got a promotion, or family issues occurred and now they have to move back to another state. You never know what the problem may be, so definitely be listening. And you want people giving you more inflow than you want to be giving outflow. That's extremely, extremely important. Otherwise, if you're talking and you're the whole show, nothing's going to happen. They're going to leave and be like, wow, that guy's really conceited and thinks highly of himself. So definitely let them talk. Let them do all the talking, and just be there and listen and understand and help them out. And you may be able to end up finding something that you could help them out with, like real estate, if you're a real estate agent. So definitely keep that in mind. And obviously, like the way I'm making it sound, opportunities now and opportunities everywhere. Don't be afraid to go out and go talk to people. If you can, set a goal to go talk to people. That's going to be one of your biggest things, and it's going to be the best way to find some free marketing. And you're going to make probably tons more money than what the just typical real estate agent really does sometimes. So definitely check that out. And as I said, I'm wrapping up the video here. We'll be obviously addressing new topics, new facts every single Friday. We also have our Wednesday series. It's called the Weekly Wednesday Wisdom. And we will be going over just more wisdom. And then podcasts are every Monday on all platforms plus YouTube. I hope you guys all have a good one. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time.